party time in Podor in northern Senegal, and the town's youngsters are showing off their wrestling prowess. Today they're scrapping for sport and fun, but these children have a much tougher battle ahead. Around 2/3 of the Senegalese population are illiterate, a fact that is both a symptom and a cause of the country's economic struggles. Many young people here will one day be faced with the choice of whether to stay or seek opportunities abroad. For centuries, Podor was a meeting point for the region. Trade that had flourished thanks to its waterways has now been siphoned off by a distant road that's left Podor stranded. The town lies at the heart of what was the ancient kingdom of Takrur. A fort built by the French in the mid-18th century became a hub of the region's trade in gold, ivory and slaves. Ships from France left the Atlantic and started to explore the Senegal River, past the colonial city of Saint-Louis, as far inland as they could go. That's where the market stalls began to spring up. In the 17th and 18th centuries, Europe came to Podor. Hundreds of years later, and the young people in Podor have to consider a move in the opposite direction. If they are to stay in their town, they need it to become as vibrant as it once was. They need opportunities. Malik Han is trying to create them. His association, Podor Rive Gauche, aims to inject new life into his hometown.
I'm a native of Podor. I was born here. I grew up here. And I would like to stay here. I want to stay not because I don't want change, but because I want to develop what already belongs to me. I really want to make a mark on this community.
His plan is to renovate the rundown buildings on the riverbank in order to change the image of the town, preserve its heritage, and allow Podor to regain its economic and cultural buzz. Built towards the end of the 18th century, these riverside buildings were the pride of the region's architecture. Malik believes that if they can be restored, that pride would return to the town, which would in turn attract the interest of tourists. To draw Europeans to Podor, he wants them to be welcomed into the residents' homes, to give them an authentic insight to life in a Senegalese family.
What we want to sell is an experience of our culture, how we live, how we manage to get along with our lives. Many Europeans have never really understood how and why a Senegalese person lives in the family home from the day he's born until the day he dies. With so many people, 10, sometimes 20 people, all under one roof. So that, I think, interests them, and it surprises them, and they really want to know about it.
He needs to act quickly. Several houses have already collapsed or are in a serious state of disrepair, and he needs to convince the house owners to join his project. Senegal's tourist board points to 3 goals: reining in the emigration of young people, boosting the economy and restoring cultural heritage.
We can't expect to stop the exodus of young people who are, let's say, desperate enough to board ramshackle boats to get to Europe. We can't stop them leaving if we don't set up these micro-projects to keep them here in their own land. What we need to do now is give a structure to our tourism projects and help young people start up small initiatives. Why not, for example, organize riverboat tours, open up guest houses? Perhaps that will make tourists say, yes, I'd really like to go, because I know I'll be looked after.
A vocational training program for young adults in the Podor region follows the same philosophy. It seeks to provide a local economic and professional platform and a reason to stay in Podor instead of going down the uncertain road of emigration. Haruna Diallo comes from a village just outside Podor. and has decided to stick around.
Today, we're unable to find work without gaining some knowledge from professional training. It's simply not enough for our generation. We need to do the training and learn new skills to be able to get somewhere.
The question of whether new computer skills would encourage young people to stay was put to one of the programme's IT teachers.
Yes, because I believe that even if they don't use the new skills in the projects they're working on at the moment, they will at least be able to organize themselves and create their own workshops. That way they will be able to create their own work and look after themselves.
The scheme also offers training in mechanics, a crucial skill for developing agriculture. The courses are led by the Aced Sud Association as part of a joint cooperation between the Saint-Louis region of Senegal and the Rhône-Alpes region of France. Up and running for a year, it trains 60 people between the ages of 17 and 35 who otherwise would be left without a job and without the qualifications needed to find one.
We can see that by putting the program in place, we're giving local young people a future in this country, employment and social opportunities. It also aims to combat illegal migration, because there's not really another way of building a future here.
The objective is to give young Senegalese the means to set up and manage their own business, whether it be in IT or mechanics, and then to stay with them until they're in a position to approach local and regional investors. It's already persuaded many trainees to stay.
I want to work in my own region and be part of the success of the local economy. It could be in agriculture, starting up a business, in marketing or management.
African migration towards Europe feeds on a lack of learning opportunities in the country of origin. Easing the problem means providing young would-be migrants with the tools they need to thrive in their native region. In the end, everyone benefits.